Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Journeys with Jay. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoyed the journey with me today. If you're not, thanks so much for tagging along with me once again. In today's Journey with Jay, welcome back to the London Science Museum. In this video, join me as I explore the medicine galleries, offering a glimpse into the evolution of medical science and healthcare. Let's go! The Medicine Galleries covers over 3,000 square meters, taking over 2/3 of an entire floor at the Science Museum, and displays more than 3,000 medical objects. It's a journey through history, technology, and human ingenuity. The items in this display are arranged in a number of small central glass cabinets. There are almost 1,000 objects on display. Some are individual and some are grouped together because of their common features. So today we'll be having a look at the various wall case exhibits. This machine was used by midwives in the 1950s to deliver pain-relieving oxygen and nitrous oxide to women in labor. It was named in honor of Lucy Baldwin, who, after losing her first child, campaigned extensively for maternal health equality. In 1929, she established a fund with the aim of making pain relief affordable to all mothers. Henry Wellcome's collection contains depictions of faces from all over the world, including death masks, surgical training tools, and spirit masks. The familiar features of faces on display here are all connected to the ideas of health and medicine. Distant cousins of the ones we see today, these canes were more likely used for fashion than mobility. Many were made from rare and luxurious items such as narwhal tusk. This bike was owned by Tom Lynch, an ambulance officer and former BMX racing champion, who adapted it to carry life-saving medical equipment quickly through heavy traffic. In 2000, he established the London Ambulance Cycle Response Unit, the first dedicated bicycle-based service. Paramedic cyclists carried a lightweight and portable defibrillator, oxygen, and pain-relieving drugs, among other supplies. This is a collection of Spanish and Italian pharmacy glass jars. Apothecaries stored herbs and medicines in highly decorative glass jars. They not only displayed the available products, but they demonstrated the owner's wealth and status. Several displayed here have their former contents listed on them in Latin. Cupping is an ancient practice used throughout the world. It uses a vacuum to draw blood to the skin surface to treat muscular conditions. It is a common treatment used by athletes and easily spotted by the red marks it leaves on the body. This is a cupping machine. These are wooden divination bowls used to store 16 pine nuts used in Ifa Divination. The nuts are thrown by the diviner, who then interprets their positioning. Divination has been used for centuries in many cultures to answer questions relating to health. This is a collection of surgical tools. Different surgeries require different pieces of equipment with their own unique designs and purposes. Displayed here are saws and forceps for cutting, retractors for holding back flesh, muscle, and fat, and scoops for scraping tissue. They were made between the late 1800s and early 1900s. Stored in fancy boxes, lancets or sharp cutting tools used by doctors were a staple for medical professionals. Their cases were made of expensive materials such as shark skin, mother of pearl, and tortoise shell to impress patients. Prosthetic limbs have been worn to replace missing or affected parts of the body for centuries. Sometimes they transform the workings of the body and prolong or save lives, but they can also be used for cosmetic reasons. These spoons were used to serve medicines. Some have covered ends to stop liquid from spilling over the edges, or even to hide unappetizing medicine from anxious patients. These artificial limbs belong to Tracey, whose lower limb development was affected by thalidomide before she was born. Thalidomide was sold throughout the world as a safe treatment for morning sickness, but was later discovered to affect fetal development. Created especially for Tracey, these artificial limbs show her growth from 11 months to 9 years old. Anatomical models such as this life-size plaster example from around 1900 were created to teach human anatomy without the need for a dissection. Female virgins were often called Venuses after the Roman goddess of love and beauty. This one features removable organs, some of which can be opened up to reveal their intricate interior. How many organs can you name? Apothecaries, or old-time pharmacists, mixed medicine components together to form a thick, pliable substance which they then rolled on tiles and cut into the correct shapes. Adorned with the arms of various societies, pill tiles like these were decorative objects that hinted at their owner's social status. Ventilators like this one were used in Britain between the 1950s and 1970s. They housed up to 6 cylinders and administered a blend of anesthetics uniquely designed for each patient to allow for pain-free surgery. These buckets were used between the 1900s and 1950s for the transport of used, bloody, or soiled dressings. Some wrappings were incinerated, while others were washed and reused. Christians have prayed to saints for help with ill health for thousands of years. Sebastian was executed for his faith in AD 287 and was prayed to during the Black Death in 1348. Since then, Sebastian has been remembered as a plague saint. The pathways and points of Chinese acupuncture are marked on this wooden figure. The therapy, practiced for thousands of years, teaches that energy must flow freely around the body through vessels to ensure good health. Acupuncture aims to improve the flow of energy by applying needles to specific points on the body's surface. Oxygen was an important treatment for soldiers affected by poisonous gases during the First World War. Masks like these allowed 4 soldiers to receive oxygen at once, providing vital care close to the fighting. The bedpans on display here are made of enamel, earthenware, pewter, and creamware, a type of pottery. Now they're most likely to be made of cardboard and plastic. It took scientists 13 years and $3 billion to sequence the entire human genome, the genetic information contained in every cell in our bodies, or DNA. The process was completed in 2003 using custom-built machines, each as large as a wardrobe. This pocket-sized device, which plugs into the USB port, sequences shorter strands of DNA in minutes. In 2014, it retailed for just $1,000. The idea of reviving someone who has nearly drowned by blowing tobacco smoke into their rectum seems bizarre. To physicians in the 1700s, however, this approach was entirely rational. The Enema kit was thought to work by providing warmth and stimulating vapors. A number of kits were placed along the River Thames by the Royal Humane Society. Baby carriers like these are not typically found in London. Made of stretched animal hide, it has the intricate beading specific to a tribe. The baby was secured by straps inside, its head protected by a woven hood. Growing up in the American Midwest in the 1860s, Henry Wellcome developed a lifelong interest in Native American culture. Feeding bottles, cups, and boats. These vessels were all used to feed hungry infants and were crafted to make what can be a messy task easier for carers. Several may have been difficult to clean because of their design, especially those with long spouts. Influenced by the discovery of bacteria, more recent bottle-shaped examples made from glass and plastic are easier to sterilize. Portable incubators like this were used to transport newborn infants to the hospitals in Bristol at a time where most children were born at home. Made and used after 1955, It kept infants safe and warm during ambulance journeys, protecting against life-threatening conditions such as hypothermia. These were used between 1955 and 1966. First developed in the 1600s, forceps like these were used to assist difficult births. Curved to grasp the baby's head, these forceps were created to rotate and ease the baby from the birth canal during a complicated labor. Henry Wellcome amassed more than 24,000 surgical instruments, including numerous forceps. I hope you enjoyed this glimpse into the history of medical tools with me at the London Science Museum. If this is your first journey with Jay, welcome. I hope you had a good experience tagging along with me. If you're interested in joining me on more journeys and seeing more content like this, feel free to subscribe. If you're not new here, thanks so much for tagging along with me once again on another Journey with Jay. Be sure to give the video a like and drop a comment to share your thoughts. Until next time, keep safe, God bless. This is your boy saying Jay, out of here.